If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. One heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. Hold on. Foes nor loving friends can hurt you if all men count with you, but none too much. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Threats are part of wrestling, you know? But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch, he's challenged all of us, has been world champions before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is gonna try us all out.
Just calm down, okay? All right?
He's fat! I'm gonna...
about this.
I don't care if he don't... I'll make him bleed.
Let's go!
Who are those guys?
Your brothers? No.
Yes.
Beginning to get on my nerves. Who are those guys? I couldn't do that. Could you do that? How can they do that? Who are those guys?
The fucking Diaz brothers.
Connor, I know the media has a ton of questions for you, so I just want to ask you, what do you think of this turnout?
Yeah, fuck the Diaz brothers, yeah? Fuck those cockroaches!
We're back, everybody. It's Friday, and you know what time it is. Welcome to the show, one and all. Tonight we got Paul Thayer on the show later talking about his newest book. Puts one out every month, and he's back. And we got a giveaway for you, ladies and gentlemen. Another beautiful bean giveaway. You guys are going to love it. Whoa. Tell your friends, tweet it out. We're on X. We're on everything. We're here. And look at this lighting. Look at that lighting.
Yeah,
it's pretty intense. Look how,
I would say insulting.
look how luminous
he's
the mask
vibrant
is today.
The vibrancy.
The mask is
doing.
He's feeling good today. Welcome. What is up, everybody? We're back from C2E2. Even Crim's tattoos look like they're glowing. Look at that.
Yeah, that's
so cool. Can you guys hear us? How do we sound, everybody?
Am I coming in clear? Hey, Mom, I said, am I coming in clear?
Oh, the fuzzy beans? We have a lot of beans, guys. There's a lot of beans.
We could show them off. It's an interesting experiment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can go get them if you want.
Well, let's get through the intro first.
What's up,
I'm sure
everybody?
There's a lot of stuff we have to talk
Hashtag
about.
Project Bean. We got Citizen Ronan in the chat. Shanny is here. What's up, Shanny? What'd you say? Is that shirt tail?
The fuck is a shirt tail?
Where's the shirt tail?
It's an old expression. I think Shane's on the younger side, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking
This
about.
is back in the 1900s. He used to say stuff like that.
We got Schnardicom is here.
What's up?
Good to see you, Gordon Goodbrother.
What's up?
Creators Outlet. Hope you guys had a great week, dude. This week flew by. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's as if the week never happened. Recovery from the con.
Faster and faster. I was telling you about that yesterday. There was like some massive time dilation that was going on.
J-Bot, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, Brandon's experienced lost time or speedy time.
I mean, it is just, that's what it is. It's lost time.
Yeah.
Because the story was super quick. It was just basically like, I looked at my watch and then I got up to go to the bathroom to brush my teeth. And then I looked at my watch again and 15 minutes had passed.
Well, you want to take a long time to brush your teeth.
Well, I mean, I have to walk all the way down to the gas station to go to the bathroom and brush my teeth. But it's usually like a 10-minute walk. It's usually not a 15-minute walk.
That'll explain it. But we're back from C2E2. It was freaking awesome. We got stuff to show off. There's big news. There's some movie news that is too important to wait for Monday that we're going to have to talk about.
What?
There's giveaways we're doing today. So we'll get in. We also have a Louis segment as well, guys. So there's a lot
jam-packed episode.
Big episode.
We are making up for last week, right?
I know.
There was no show last week.
There was no show last week.
We didn't even try and stream from last week.
When you get to cons, I mean, there's just so much stuff to do and see.
Yeah, you just want to get the hell out of there.
You can't. There's not enough time to stream because, it's you know.
Yeah.
And then you get mobbed by fans, and that's embarrassing. Like, you know, if you're on stream and then everybody's like, Phil, remember when I beat you up in third grade? You know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
like, remember when you had a really thick Polish accent?
Right. It's embarrassing.
Right.
But we had a good time. Well, there's some, we'll get into the C2E2 stuff, but we want to stroll in with a Louis poll and then also this giveaway.
And then the floor news.
If you want.
There was big floor news yesterday.
My God.
It was funny.
The floor. All right, we'll get to this.
Let's see. Is Snark here? Snark,
he is here. I saw him.
Then here we go. Floor news.
Hold on. Let's get to this, Louis. We got a Louis segment. It's been a few weeks, but This was actually filmed a while ago. So where's
there's
here
snow
we
on
go.
the ground.
Let's see.
Oh, look at Louis being a badass. Yeah. About to enter flavor country.
All right. Louis is back. Brandon is gone. Every week we ask him a question, and here is his question.
Hey! Jeff! What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? What's up? I got a question for you. I got a question. What's your dream job?
Good job.
Yeah, you could do any job in the world. What job would you want to do?
There it is.
All right. No job is what he's going to say. I bet he's going to say no job.
What is Lewis's dream job? We're going to start a poll here. We'll round back. Pirate.
Who dreams of working? Pirate? Bikini inspector.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Louis' dream job is we got no job.
Yes, no, maybe. Doling out free mustache rides. Oh my God. Save the perversion for the women in the chat. Out of here.
Phil Tickler.
Yeah, Phil Tickler. Popeye. Video games. No Doubt producer. Music producer.
I love everybody knows Louis now.
Yeah, that's good. Freelance gynecologist. My God.
All right. We got some
Baker.
Cowboy. No, okay.
Cowboy.
So in here is the answer. All right.
Okay.
We got no job.
I think I know what it is. I'm going to go with no job.
We got mailman, dishwasher, or baker.
Yeah.
All right. So we got already people voting. We see no jobs getting some votes.
You didn't put Muffin Man instead of Baker. I thought Muffin Man would have been Muffin Man. I used to live on Dry Lane.
Citizen Ronan says hitman. Oh, I said dream job, not actual job.
Yeah. I feel like he could be a retired hitman.
Yeah.
And then they kind of like broke his head a little bit, after like they forced him to retire and then they kind of retired him.
Scrambled his brain.
Yeah.
So he can't remember. Not saying his brain is scrambled, but like the Men in Black, kind of mind wipe.
Yeah, like
thing.
Eggs.
Scrambled like the eggs. Dude, great segue.
Yeah.
Guys,
that was like Mendoza on Monday. Remember the word of the day?
The Mendoza one. We have, you guys vote in the chat. Everybody remind people to vote as they come into the show. We're doing a special giveaway. It's Good Friday today. Easter's coming up. And we have a very special giveaway.
That's okay. So here.
What?
Snartcom says a particular set of skills. Jab a jab. He used to be a close-up assassin with a knife. A little jab a jab.
Yeah, exactly. Shout outs to Roberto, who we saw at C2E2.
That was a good
All right, we got the giveaway set up here. So all you people, hey, we got Nessa in the chat. Ghost of Nessa.
What's up?
Good to see you. Yeah, we are. Well, you'll see. You're about to see. You've arrived at the perfect time. We're doing a special Easter giveaway. There's a little hint in the thumbnail if you guys have not seen it. So let me get a little close up here. We do giveaways every once in a while, usually for holidays. We do, the December 5 weeks of giveaways.
Yeah, you Christ-based holidays,
That's right. And this is no exception. Easter is this weekend. We have a special box. Special egg-shaped box.
Yeah, it looks like an egg shape.
Filled with goodies,
right.
Which I'm sure we could ship edible candy.
Yeah, they're prepackaged.
Some candy in here, but
you think candy gets to you.
The one thing, we have a drum roll here. We do have a drum roll. the special thing, one of a kind. One of a kind. Look at this. Easter shell bean. Look at that.
Fantastic.
Hand painted Easter egg shell bean. One of a kind. This is going to go out to, look at people already.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
We're getting a lol. We're getting a wah.
Yeah, there's a, look at the wow in the chat.
Wow, that's even more disturbing than usual.
Well, here's the thing. It's
wow.
The story here is he was in an egg and he's broken out. As you can see the crack.
Oh, he was in an egg.
And is actually a shell bean chick. He's the chick colored.
I see.
And then he's forming some sort of beak on his nose stump. He doesn't have a nose.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just a big Xavier Renegade Angel fan.
Yeah, probably. And you can see the rest of the shell at the top. Who isn't? So this is a one of a kind special. Got my buttons wrong there. Special Easter bean. And the way to be in the running.
Bean in the running. We got to be more poignant than this.
You're using poignant wrong. For the bean.
Am I?
Is type egg. Wait, that wasn't the right thing. It was supposed to be a ticker.
Yeah.
Type egg in the chat to enter the shell bean.
Just edit it.
Giveaway. Now, let me see if I could edit this.
It's the one that's lower.
There we go.
No,
Scroll,
it's not that one.
Save.
The blue one.
This thing.
Yeah, now you can edit it.
Now, this. No, that didn't work. This one.
There you go.
There we go.
The definition of poignant is also physically painful. So that could be.
Yeah, but that's not how you used it, and that's not how anybody uses it. I was watching a stream and they said poignant, and
was it a hardline stream? Because we use it all the time.
No, and they use it as like
heartwarming.
No, they like. It's very on point. That's what a lot of people think poignant means. Like, it's very poignant. Like it's of the, it's on point, which is not
topical. Like
topical.
Are they using like the word topical?
Like, no, not topical.
No, it's like it's supposed to be like a big emotional reaction, or the second definition is physically painful.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like
they're
sad.
using it like on fleek.
Yeah, they're like cooked. Like you're all cooked if you don't get this egg. Also, I wanted to give away the second runner-up. I wanted to give away The Cat and the Curmudgeon, which is a book that's over there, but I don't think we have.
Now it's out of reach.
Yeah, now it's out of reach. We can't. We'll have to show that off.
Well, let's do that around Christmas time. It is kind of a Christmas book.
Cat and the Curmudgeon. Yeah, I guess so.
Definitely the colors.
Oh, wait. Oh my God. I didn't start this, guys.
Yeah, this is an important.
All right, oh no, look, it works. All right, we already have 13 entries. Wow, that was cool.
Yeah, that's weird that it knew.
Man, StreamYard's giveaway is great. I didn't even hit the button to collect.
Would you say that it's poignant?
No, I wouldn't. Let's see what you guys will be getting you have to look forward to, because maybe you're on the fence, you got a sweet tooth this weekend.
Well, I believe it was Gordon Gerber there earlier was saying that he was craving some Red 40.
Yeah.
So
I saw people saying that.
Maybe let's see. What do we have here? This is Sour Punch Smash'ems.
Yep.
Smash'ems. Are they like gushers or are they just like gummies? Assorted flavors.
Oh, look at this one. I don't even think if this is a candy, but for all you cat fans out there, you could get your very own Kitty in My Pocket.
That sounds really weird.
It's Kitty in My Pocket. It's a collectible figurine. It's not even edible. Don't eat it. So all you cat parents out there.
For those craving Red 40, these gummies only have blue 1 and yellow 5.
Nice. We got Warhead's Super Sour Spray. I think this is spray candy.
Spray.
So if you're in like Australia where they don't allow pepper spray, just carry this with you.
Yeah. 1 spritz and you're south of the border.
We got some what looks to me to be packaged chiclets. How do you say that, Brandon? Chiclets? Well, it just says candle. Oh no, cannel. Cannels.
No, so far no Red 40.
Cannell's chewy gum. You know what I heard about gum today? Is if you're a gum chewer, one stick of gum releases
I forget what these
10,000 microplastics into your mouth.
10,000 units of microplastic.
Yeah.
All right, these are red, so maybe these do have red 40 in them. There's no ingredients. Oh no, there is. It's just really tiny.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't read that.
I need a light to read it.
Who called out the Big League Chew? Because it is. Look at Big League Chew.
Whoa.
If you guys want to pretend to be
all right,
Joe DiMaggio.
All right, here we go. You got your red 40 right here in your gum.
There we go.
Your red 40.
All right. And you got a bunch of those. So there's like white 40 and green and blue 40 in here too. So this is going out to one lucky person. Just put egg in the chat for a chance to win the Easter shell bean.
And all the other stuff.
And all the other candy.
Yeah. We could show off. Do you want to show off these other shell beans while you're up on the close-up?
Yeah.
All right. So we had some shell beans over. We were at C2E2. We had the big bean there.
Yep.
We showed it off. We broke some guy's brain with the big bean.
Yeah,
he's now been admitted to the psych ward. And while we were there, the lights at the convention center, very, very bright, very shiny, were hitting the silver bean, making it shine very, very brightly. Very awesome. You know, it looks like it's milled out of aluminum. And I was like, what if I put some time in, we turned on the setting, fuzzy skin, and we printed it in that silk silver PLA. How would that look? Would that look way cool?
Yeah,
you guys tell me.
This is the fuzzy silver. Look at that. Comparatively, so the smooth versus
it's the
fuzzy.
Same material on the same printer.
Same print. It's just there's a fuzzy setting. It's not actually fuzzy. It's just more like
they just call it fuzzy skin. It's more like wrinkly,
crinkly. I'd say.
Yeah,
with a C. Look at that texturous. Lots of texture there.
Lots of texture. That print setting is really good for when you want to make something look like it's not printed, and it kind of looks like it's like that rough textured injection molded. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's weird how it lost its shine. I thought it was going to remain shiny, but it didn't at all.
Yeah,
kind of dulled it out, which I was kind of
cool,
disappointed. It's super cool.
Feels cool.
But really weird.
We got Bancroft in the chat.
I like the glossier one more. Ribbed for her pleasure. Well, at least I've been hearing ribbed for his pleasure all week. So
oh my goodness.
Stop making shell beans make out. Hey, look, they have a mind of their own.
Yeah. You can't control the shell bean. All right. Here's speaking of not being able to control anyone, we could talk a little about C2. And then watch this little video here, where there's a cosplayer of a Scrub Daddy. I don't know who this chick is, but I just found. Look at this, the Scrub Daddy cosplayer.
Yeah, dude, I was talking about Scrub Daddies all
weekend. Yeah, so they have Connie's Pizza there,
right? Which is not really Connie's Pizza.
But you know what's weird? Under the convention center, you know where that hidden Starbucks is?
Yes,
there's a Connie's in there, and that's
like
where they get
down Connie's.
It was a huge illuminated sign. I don't know if it's just the kitchen where they prepare the stuff.
It's weird.
I didn't go over there to see if you could actually sit down, but it looked like a place you could walk into. So that's probably where they get their pizzas. But Brandon kept saying the pizzas were
Scrub Daddies with cheese.
Yeah,
dude, I think they were charging like $12 or $14 a slice too, which is crazy.
So this shot is great. I love seeing convention videos that have like the overhead shot.
Reason 183 why I hate cosplayers.
Big. Why the Scrub Daddy? Or they try to scrub your butt?
I guess.
Look, there's a dog. I saw a couple dogs there.
I feel like that Jessica Rabbit was the same girl that we saw in that other costume.
The shell?
Yeah.
Clown? They got things for everyone. Clowns, you got
weird pyramid
heads.
Weird emitted
huge convention. I'm drinking a what is this thing? My girlfriend brought me
Great Poison Ivy outfit.
What is this? Orange Kiss. This is not Jocko, but it's an energy drink.
Yeah, if you carry a sponge around, you could get away with a lot more than you usually would be able to.
Yeah,
clearly.
exactly. We did sell a cookies and cream bean.
Cookies and bean.
The one of 5.
Yeah, number one
is gone. People commented on the bean. Paul from the chat, who's in the chat sometimes, I can't pronounce his last name, but he shouted out the bean while he was there. But Admiral Wackass bought a bean. Now this is Admiral Wackass. I don't want to dox his face.
Yeah,
even though he's been on streams.
Sure.
So shout outs.
Right. I recently heard that he's being deported to El Salvador.
Right. Per his request.
Yeah, he's requesting it.
Yeah. He's tired of all the tariffs and stuff.
Should have started with number 5. Why?
Well, he requested the 1.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
What's up, Eddie? Eddie was at the con. It was good to see him. I think that's all the C2E2 discussion. Oh, did I get anything from C2E2? Oh, I have mail. I have mail, guys.
Yeah, there's so much mail.
Before we get mail, we should do Zaid Comics update.
About the floor?
Not about the floor. We'll talk about the floor in a bit. Psycho Slumber, guys, is going into fulfillment tomorrow. We're going to be shipping stuff out, labeling things. Books are being packed right now as we speak, hopefully. I did see a bunch of books are already packed by our warehouse employees,
staffers,
the
wages.
And look at this. Let's get it off the close-up cam here. We have the books live in person. I only brought this one today to work. The Rob Willises are all there. I think we have almost all the single book Rob Willises packed and ready to ship out. We'll be labeling tomorrow. But look at this kick-ass Doug Mankey cover. The colors on this by Eugene are freaking great. The soft touch, velvety cover. People were jealous, Brandon. Other creators were coming over to the table, feeling our books and being like mind blown.
Right. They'd pick it up and they'd be, whoo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
And I said, hey, whenever you pick up another creator's book, you'll think it doesn't feel anything like this Zaid Comics book right here.
That's right. Yeah. And look at the spine came out perfect. All the colors.
Yeah. Dude, the colors on the outside, like you said, you feel like the colors are more vibrant or something on the outside.
Yeah.
I think it's because the book doesn't shine, right? So there's no hot spots of like artificial lighting on it, and it's just straight color reflecting off of the book.
It's so good.
Yeah. You know, all right, go ahead.
We got the black and white ones in, and even those looked really good with the soft touch.
Oh yeah, I didn't pay attention to them.
You commented on it.
I did. I said, "Wow, I thought the whole cover was going to be black and white."
Yeah. Oh, because the spine was not in black.
Right, because the spine was not in black and white, and the back was not in black and white. And then you were like, "Me."
Yeah, I did say that. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that Sumo gifted 10 Zaid Comics memberships.
Sumo Thori?
Scroll up on this one.
What is up, Sumo? Thank you so much, man.
So we got Ghost of Nessa.
Nessa as a membership.
RJ Williams, Creators Outlet, Plunge Cast, Mew Rower Growl, Griever, George Alvarez, Randy Siplin, the Sundowners Club. That's kind of depressing. And Tree Goblin.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sumo. Vanessa, now you could go and get caught up on those Masquerade strips over on the membership tab. Hopefully, if Alan's listening, I wrote up another plot for the next strip. So if he's not busy, he knows what to do. So we're excited about that.
And
thank you,
Zaid
Sumo.
Comics updates. I have basically finished page 8. I just have to do a couple little more background details on some buildings.
For Magic Cop 3.
For Magic Cop 3.
Sweet.
Page 8 is almost done.
Kick-ass.
And that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be sweet.
We
can
a nice like splash page.
Yeah, it's got some good TNA there. It's going to be good. Good beach scene. Got a nice beach intro for the next Magic Cop.
This like the setting a little bit, like of how the drawing was laid out. You know, you wanted it a certain way. I think people are gonna like this better. I think it's gonna.
Oh my God.
I think it's gonna show better.
All right, we'll see. But people were talking about Magic Hop at the convention. People were buying Magic Hop 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. The some guys that come to the table every year that usually just pick up prints from you.
Right.
Grabbed a bunch of books this time, which was awesome. They're like, you didn't get any books the last 2 years? And they're no, they were getting your prints, which was awesome. So we got some more Magic Hop out there, and people asking about a new butt book.
Right. Yeah, that's all laid out. I just need to settle on. I need to draw a drawing that I'm happy with to use as the cover.
Yeah.
And I have not drawn anything that speaks to me as the cover yet. But basically, the book is all laid out. I'll probably go back into it and remove a couple of maybe less than desirable drawings in there, put some of my newer stuff in there just to, just to flesh it out again.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Hey yo to Mugen 1 in the chat. What's up, brother?
Dude,
good to see you.
AC thing needs to get fixed.
Oh, did it flash again?
I could hear the power supplies clicking on and off over
there. We got
there,
some air conditioning issues over here at the office and power issues while 2 giant 3D printers are running for the next 20 days. Yeah. So
I could go out there on my phone and show that. That would be really cool.
Yeah, if you want, that'd be cool. Let me play this for our boy Sumo. Dude, thank you so much for the memberships. Really appreciate it. Where is the insanity clip here for you? Did we have it on this channel? There it is.
Someone's insane. Look out. Someone's insane.
I got my eye on you, nutcase.
Yo. Sumo says, I like the DIAZ boys, but I don't have the butt book sitting on my coffee table in my house.
That's all right, as long as you buy it.
That's okay.
I mean, you don't have to put it on the table.
Put it on your shelf.
Right. You just collect it.
I have a shelf in my office that's just hardcovers.
Yeah.
That would go.
Yeah, because usually they're a little bit bigger in format and stuff. And then if it's there.
A little bit taller.
Yeah. The second one is thick. It's like, it's not twice as thick, but it's in that direction. It is significantly thicker than
would
the
you
first
say
one.
It's fat.
It's fat?
Yeah. It's
or would you say it's
extra thick?
I would say it's extra thick for sure.
Extra
thick. Let me go. We could go do this 3D printer thing.
All right. Do we need here? I'll play this and then you can stand up.
Hold on. Well, I'm trying to get into StreamYards.
It won't take long.
.com.
Oh,
wait a minute.
God. Let's see what people are saying here.
Is it just StreamYard? Yeah, it is.
Do you want me to just send you the link?
No.
All right. Bancroft's in the chat. He has many leather bound books. Yeah, that would be dope one day to do a leather bound thing.
Actually, I guess, it'd be better if you just sent me the link that way.
All right. I guess we'll have to skip the floor talk this week, guys, because Brandon wants to show you these little things. All right, let me send Brandon the link. He's going to go out there and show you the insanity that is these freaking 3D printers. Paul is coming on in, what time is it here? We got about 30 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. Send Brandon the link over there. And then I also have some stuff to show up that I got in the mail, a little mail call. We got some new comics in just today. Today we got some new comics in. Let's see what people are saying here. Thank God. I know, but it seems like he still wants to, speaking of high society, I show my kids Ace Ventura. I showed his kids Ace Ventura 2 last night. That's a great film for kids. It's definitely a kids film. All right. Let's see. Brandon's out in the front here.
There it is. Look at me. I'm right there in that mirror.
You have your shirt is off? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm taking my shirt off out here.
Let me make you Biggenstein.
Yeah, so this is the original. This is the Orange Storm Giga 3D printer. It's like a meter by a meter by a meter. And then there's the second one. So this is printing the second part of the tail for the Godzilla, and this is printing the first part of the tail, the most proximal part to the body.
So that first one was kickstarted, and then we just got the second one this week.
Right.
Like Monday it came in.
That's the leg for the Godzilla.
Yep.
And if we go over here, that's the body and the head for the 7-foot Godzilla.
7 feet
relative to my hand there. That's the 4-foot Godzilla over there.
That's what was that we brought to C2E2, the 4-foot.
No damage on it, surprisingly, which is insane. I saw people like coming over here shaking hands with it and stuff and like getting it all flexy and everything. But yeah, those are the giant 3D printers there. And then we have over here these other 3D printers. I'll put for scale on this one. The shell bean.
That's the big bean. The big elated bean.
Yeah.
Bancroft wants to know, where is the 7-foot shell bean?
I have to wait until after the giant Godzilla finishes before I can start doing fun stuff.
Yeah. So this is where all the magic happens, guys.
Yep. There it is. All right. I'll be back in a second. Kick me out.
All right, he's gone. Everybody, he's gone. So that's where all the 3D printers are constantly running. And the thing too is like they're pretty loud, and then now we have 2 of them. So one of our coworkers has like tinnitus or whatever. He's like a hypochondriac, but he's like, oh my god, it's gonna be, the decibels are gonna be multiplied. I mean, you just go deaf. That's what happens. So ever hear of tidying up? No. That out there is pretty tidy for what it could be and what it has been in the past. So not too long ago, we actually had a swap meet over there. So everything was very cleared out, but we're constantly bringing arcade games in and out of here, and they're being worked on out there. And so you can't really keep it tidy at all. All right, let's see. Brendan's still out there doing something. Do we have any? I guess I could show off what I got in the mail today. Look at this. I was very excited too. I got a notification from a Joe M. Sontag, and I finally freaking got a Reaper Destroyer, but not the main book. I got Reaper Destroyer Le Supplemental. Brendan didn't see that, but I got the supplemental book. Didn't get the main book though.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, I backed the main book first, and then I backed this second because he added this onto the campaign at a later date. So I grabbed this, but I guess this is just the one he shipped out first. Which, I mean, he's doing himself a disservice because he's not consolidating the packages to save on shipping, which I wouldn't mind if he did. But so hopefully I'll get the main book. And it came with this really cool metal print. Like, look at that. That's super cool. Dope. And some trading cards, a 6 a.m. sticker, and a Joe ball print, which I do really like this print. I remember when Joe was working on this. Shout outs to JB. Oh, it's a bunch of prints. Oh, yeah, look at that. DK, that Dale Keown print. And this one's cool because it's supposed to be upside down, like he's falling or rising, like a rise chicken. Remember that, Brendan?
Yeah, rise chicken, rise.
A rise chicken.
Yeah, rise chicken.
Rise chicken.
Chicken, rise.
Rise chicken. Yeah, so that's dope. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this because I did get a sneak peek of the main book, but I've been waiting for the supplemental because Oliver's got a story in there. Kayla has a story in the supplemental as well, so I'll be reading that if I have some time this weekend. I got so much freaking stuff to read.
Here's a good question.
So much to read. Yeah.
Why are they hosting WrestleMania on Easter Sunday?
I don't know. It's in Vegas.
Yeah. Sin City.
Right.
So there's that already right there.
It's always in April, but this is the first time I could recall. My knowledge is very small.
Stupid globe, and it was the only time that Sting wasn't performing there, so they just picked some date that they had available.
I don't know, but yeah, it's weird that it's on Easter, and it sucks.
That's what one of the H in Triple H stands for, is heathen. Not a lot of people know that.
Well, I want to go to our buddies to go watch WrestleMania.
Yeah.
CM Punk's in the Saturday main event.
Okay.
And then Rhea Ripley
main event.
And then Rhea Ripley's in another match on Sunday.
Right.
And then Braun Breaker is in a match on Sunday, who's Scott Steiner's nephew. Did you see this Braun Breaker thing?
Braun Breaker. No.
Where was
that? Looks like Drew Barrymore.
No, it is Drew Barrymore. That is Drew Barrymore.
Yeah, and Tom Green. Because they used to date, right? Tom Green used to date Drew Barrymore.
No one can see what you're talking about.
Well, I'm just trying to recall because there was a movie called Charlie's Angels. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, Drew Barrymore. Tom Green was in that film.
All right. We're going to watch this and we might get struck by WWE.
Dude, what if the stream gets taken down early and we get to go eat?
Ooh, that sounds good. Where would we eat?
Hold on a second, because nobody cares about Braun Breaker.
No, he's Scott Steiner's blood.
What? Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
I had to find it. Shani with the $50 quacks. Shani, what is up, Shani? Shani.
This is going to make up for us getting struck. It's a good thing that she sent it before we got struck, so we'll actually get the money and it won't go to Vince McMahon.
WWE talk is not worse than the floor. It is Ronan. The
floor talk is super quick today, but go on.
Poignant, as in painful. All right.
Physically painful.
Shani with the $50. Thank you so much, Shani. Shani's coming out and you're going to be like ships passing in the night.
Right. Yeah, I was saying that I'm going to try and keep the streak alive of never being in the same state as her.
Is that what happened last time?
Yeah, I feel like I was out of town last time.
That makes sense. Yeah. Shani's coming to town. I've actually never seen you guys in the same place at the same time.
Right.
So that's suspicious.
Right.
All right.
I can understand that.
A little sus. A little sussy wussy, as some people say. But Shaddy, you're insane. Thank you so much for the super chat. You get, and we haven't done this bonk in a really long time, but you get the.
She says last time I was there in November, I was probably in South America. At that
probably.
time,
you get the big old bonk. Look, guys, if you're a member on the channel, could we get some bonk emojis in the chat, please, for Shani? Thank you.
Look, sometimes you just have to go and inspect the product yourself.
What are you talking about?
And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, Shani Claus is coming to town. That's right. Thank you. Thank you so much. What were we talking about? Oh, Braun Breaker. Yeah. So he's got a fatal four-way match this weekend. All right.
Usually you got to pay extra for that kind of action.
Son of Rick Steiner. Nephew of Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner have any kids? He's too much of a genetic freak.
No, he has.
Oh, really?
He
has kids genetic freaks?
He says they are. One of them is a basketball player.
Ooh, the Yao, right? The really tall Chinese guy. That would make sense. He's a genetic freak.
And I think the other one's a football player, but they both want to do wrestling.
Yeah, well, they want to get. Who doesn't want to do wrestling? It's free money.
Freaks, and
it's basically free money.
But let's see what Braun here going into a big fatal four-way match this weekend. And this was live today on Peacock.
Are you going to play this whole thing?
It's only a minute.
Or it's a minute and 39 seconds.
I'll pause it. You know, I'm trying to promote. Everybody go watch WrestleMania so they don't, we're trying to promote WrestleMania this weekend.
They say that all men are created equal.
Whoa.
Oh my God. You know where it's going.
All right, I feel it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And this Wingstop sponsorship in the background. Wingstop's not that bad.
I heard it's owned by BlackRock Investments.
Oh, no.
This fatal four-way match and the members that are in it, you will see that statement is not true. See, normally, I'd have a 25% chance of winning. But I'm a badass, and that statement is not true.
He sounds like him too. It's crazy.
Well, you could practice. He's clearly done his homework.
There better be some math. There's gonna be some math, guys. There's gonna be some math.
See, Dominic Mysterio knows that he can't beat me, so he's not even going to try. So I've got a 50% chance of winning right out of the gate.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Then you add Penta to the equation. Now, Penta is an incredible superstar, but Penta is scared of me. He's scared of the dog. So he's got a 25% chance of winning at best. You add that to my already 50% chance of winning, I got a 62.5% chance of winning.
I love that it's in front of all these people too. The crowd reaction is great. This is not Yellowstone. All right. This is not Yellowstone.
Oh, I was getting hyped for Yellowstone. I thought it was going to be a good season.
Yellowstone's good. I guess his new thing is he's the badass. So that's his
well, he's the dog.
Gimmick. Yeah. And he's like also the dog.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, I thought.
Then you add Finn Balor to the equation. Now, Finn Balor's record at WrestleMania is 1-3, which means he's got a 33.3% chance of winning. He's got a 66.7% chance of losing. You add that to my already 62.5% chance of winning. I got a 129.2% chance of winning.
Those are some good odds.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be stupid not. I'd go to Poly Market right now.
Yeah.
Put the money on it.
What's that?
It's clear.
What's that gambling thing? The betting something QuickBooks, not QuickBooks.
Yeah, QuickBooks.
Something
Yeah, I
books.
mean, you're kind of betting with
do your
money
taxes,
using
QuickBooks. Bet on Braun Breaker, everybody. Yeah. So everybody, I'm excited. Hopefully I get to watch that match. He did this spear a couple weeks ago. Did you see that crazy spear?
No.
Where he speared some guy and then did like a front flip and landed like Spider-Man.
Really?
It was awesome.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't see that. That's crazy.
Spears are insane.
Yeah, I don't think Goldberg could pull that off.
Yeah. What's up, K-Pop? What's up, Katie? Good to see you.
What's up?
Yo. Yeah, so hopefully I get to see that. Braun Breaker's cool. Keeping that legacy alive.
Yeah, Gordon Goodbrother goes to hnrblock.com to do all of his betting.
TurboTax, come on. You guys saw this a couple weeks ago in the what is it? Preliminary. Preliminary?
Yeah, because
or is it preliminary?
First. Preliminary.
Is it per or pre?
It's preliminary. We say
preliminary stages.
Well, however you spell it, you say preliminary.
You saw this in the preliminary stages. All right. Beautiful page from the Up and Coming Western. Oliver posted this up. Preliminary. And we talked about it on stream.
Yeah, this is cool.
The whiskey bottle here.
Right.
And you guys demanded it. Oliver was watching the Diaz brothers stream a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he saw the cries in the chat for a little Louis Easter egg, and he made it happen. Old Louis whiskey right there to immortalize our friend.
Giving the people what they want. This is like the Sonic fiasco all over again. The fans wanted it.
Yep.
The company gave in.
Yeah.
Caved, if you will.
Yeah.
To the demands of the fans.
There it is. Some beautiful work there. We're going to be talking a lot more about this later in the year, but Oliver is chomping away at these pages, and I'm actually doing some more writing on this series as well. So it's coming together. It's going to be really cool. And the fans demanded it.
Yeah. Henry Remus is demanding royalties now.
It was, I think, Henry's idea.
Yeah.
It was Henry's idea. So, yeah, we'll wait for that check in the mail there.
Well, Henry Remus is a figment of our imagination. So
he's a fictional character.
Right.
He sure is. Louis the lawyer will be in touch. Oh, no.
Well, it could be any Louis. Louis Anderson.
That's true. Yeah.
Louis Dreyfus.
All right. We got, 8 minutes? You want to talk about the floor?
Dude, the funny thing on the floor. So the funny thing I thought was great. There's this guy who's won Jeopardy 16 times, and he was on the floor, and nobody would challenge him because his category was European geography. European geography.
Oof. All right.
All right. So everybody's like, oh, we're not going there. And he's standing there, and he's all bald and stuff, and he's got like this rapist look on his face. And everybody's like, I'm staying away from that guy. So he has to go up. Somebody challenges him to European geography.
Yeah.
They go up there. Some woman falls on the sword for everybody because they're like, dude, nobody's going to beat this guy in his own category. Somebody's going to have to jump on the grenade, take the hit, and then he'll have to change his category. To go up there, European geography, it was a map of Europe, and they would just highlight one of the countries on the map, and you had to say what country it was. It was the most pedestrian category possible.
They really dumbed it down.
The chick who challenged him had she's never seen a map in her entire life. France was the first one, passed on it.
Wow.
It was so bogus, dude. Everything. Turkey, Norway, Luxembourg, France, Italy, Spain, Portugal. It's like, my God, couldn't have been easier. They like sandbagged everybody.
Well, Jay Ryan was impressed.
Liechtenstein. Yeah. You get into the old Soviet bloc stuff, obviously, but like there's a point where if you had two really good competitors up there, because each one gets 45 seconds or something, if they were both really on it super quick, you would have run out of countries.
Yeah, I feel like I still wouldn't do well on that.
Well, some people just don't, they don't get it, but other people.
All right, this is huge news. We'll probably touch this again on Monday. Carl Urban returning in Dread
Is
series
this your big news?
at Amazon. This was the big movie news.
Oh, yeah.
At Amazon. So a series from the boys producers or something, but Dread wishes coming through. Carl Urban.
Yeah.
Dread time.
I saw a post on this. They had retweeted whatever this tweet was, and then they posted a GIF of the monkey's paw from The Simpsons. Right, coming down because it's the Dread series coming to Amazon, but it's from the boys team.
Oh, that's the evil thing,
right? That's the part where it's the
yogurt's evil.
Well, no, that was a different thing. This was like the turkey's a little dry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to turn any zombie turkeys. I don't want to be a turkey myself. Turkey's a little dry, Yeah, I hear you, Dread series, but it's from the boys team. But we could get a couple of good seasons out of it. The first season of The Boy was not too bad.
Yeah.
So,
but it's getting them back into the title role. That's going to be awesome. We'll see.
Stoked for the Dread series. They're trying to swoop.
Stoop.
Oh, it's to make it stoop.
What's up, Angela? When'd you get here?
Monkey's paw.
Angela, if you have not yet, type in egg for a chance to win the special Easter shell bean. Egg in all caps, as you can see here, right at the bottom, telling you. We have 16. Let's see how many people are in this. 16 in the giveaway right now.
How did you know?
I saw it a little. So 16 are there. This is going out with a bunch of candy, including some red 40 or whatever it was, in this little box. So we'll ship it to you.
Oh, yeah. There's red 40 all up in this box of candy.
Yeah.
Specifically in the gum.
Send me the address, when you win, because Brand's not going to be here next week. All right. And then right before we're going to get Paul on here, we do have some Gambit news. Wait, Gambit's not bad.
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Here we go. We saw some Gambit cosplayers at C2E2. So we got Gambit with his playing card. I like the color of the card.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's about to charge the card and then blow it up.
Right. Yeah, first you charge the card.
Right.
And then you blow it up. That gets one.
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Gambit sound bites. And then this girl gave me some I thought it was a candy. I thought it was like
that was this girl.
Yeah, she.
Okay.
After I took the picture, she's like, "Oh, here," and she gave me some like I thought it was a mint.
Dude, what is with people like these cosplayer people? They have like a business card and then a thing or like a little sticker now where it used to just be like people dressing up in costumes. Now they're like a business.
Right. Yeah. I didn't look. It was like a little.
It was a ring.
Bag. So I guess it was a ring.
It was a little like
and a business card
jewelry ring with a little business card inside of it, and it had what is that like the bag was made out of like tulle type material.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the band. Yeah, it was a ring.
Yeah, it sucked.
So I don't know. It was probably like some sort of
it's here, but
bug device that's following, like it's tracking
so
our
like
location.
You're hot, right? So she could follow you home.
It was a roofie. Yeah, it was a roofie. So that's the first one, and then this guy. I think I'm actually in this picture. This
they're calling him Skinny Fat Gambit
because this guy had the chest plate too.
He looks like he has no neck though.
He might not. But it was cool. The glasses. I like the.
What's up with your glasses?
You dropped them and they're crooked. You know, I had to bend them back.
They were crooked to begin with.
But he gets 2.
Oh, you like him better?
Yeah, he had the staff.
Okay.
The chest plate and the glass, because the glasses is, you know, he usually doesn't wear the glasses in that costume, but it's a good match there.
I don't ever think I've ever seen him wear
glasses. This is whack ass. It's Admiral Whack Ass. So shout outs to the Gambit representation at the convention. You know, pretty dope.
There was 2.
There was 2. I think there was more, but those are the 2 I saw.
It was proportional.
I'm sure there was more.
Yeah, most of the cosplayers stood out in the lobby, it seemed like.
Yeah, all the good ones stood out in the lobby, for sure. But, and other news, maybe we'll talk about this Monday, is Marvel's they're bringing back the swimsuit special.
It's almost like the popularity of another swimsuit special showed them that people want this.
Yeah, it could be the times are changing. Yeah. You know, looking to Zaid Comics for some ideas here. So they're doing. Well, look out for that. None of the covers really jumped out at me. We were looking at them earlier. You were saying this is the best piece.
Yeah, this is the best. I would say bestly drawn.
I mean, there's going to be more, but I hope they print them oversized like a magazine. But they probably won't.
No, they're just going to do like that udon cop out now where they just do like little floppies.
Yeah. Snartigon brings up a good point. Why is Mary Jane Venom now? Yeah, that's a new thing. She's Venom and Eddie Brock is Carnage.
That's weird. That's the same question like I would ask, why is Bruce Wayne a construction worker now?
That's true. He is.
Right.
It's everything's really flipped on its head.
Yeah.
They're trying to is this Mark Brooks? I don't know. The Adam Hughes one, Brandon didn't like.
No, I don't like that one.
Udon does do really cool
swimsuit
specials.
Used to be awesome. I think it's at home.
Yeah, Udon does the great Capcom ones.
Yeah.
They know how to do it.
Yeah, swimsuit specials are cool. But there's too much like banana hammock in this one.
All the guys are in like Speedos.
They're all in Speedos.
No one's heard of swim trunks.
Right. I don't think I've ever seen a guy in Speedos in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Xenoscope, I don't want to buy Xenoscope because no one knows those characters. You know?
Plus, those are just like porno magazines.
Yeah. All right, we got a guest here, a man that I met at C2E2, came over to the table. Brandon said he came over, started swearing, cursing out you because I wasn't there.
Right, yeah. He's over, he's like knocking stuff over on the table.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
He's a force to be reckoned with. But then we finally got to catch up. The creator, and look at this, I have the book ready to do my little Jay Leno thing. Creator and writer of Project Naosis, live now on Kickstarter. Just a few hours or days left. We're going to pull it up. We'll talk to him about it. Here he is. Let's play we got some intro music here. And hopefully this works. Let's bring down our little, he was on a couple months ago here. Let's bring down the screen.
This is music.
This is the intro. This is the DIAZ Brothers intro music. It's for Easter, right?
Yeah, I guess this is perfect Eastern music.
Here he is. Wait, that didn't work. What just
that?
happened? Oh my goodness.
Full screen.
All right.
Whatever.
What's going on?
Yo.
Yo.
What's up, man? Here we go. That's better. No, that's not better. This is better.
Rolling right now. Feel good. We got
you've been on the road. You're back from C2E2, and you got your campaign up. How's everything going, man?
It's going really good. Yeah, I messaged you the other day, and I was like, I think my campaign's over, and I'm just really retarded, and it was actually still another day. So here we are.
Yes. The link is in the description. Mods, if you could post it in the chat, that would be awesome. Yeah, new StreamYards is weird, but we figured it out. Everybody.
TV, what up?
I saw your setup, and I mean, you posting a bunch of like videos and stuff on social media on your experience at C2E2. It was dope. I really love because we have one of those. I wish I have a picture of your setup, but we have those like the collapsible metal shelving for books.
Yeah.
We just have one, but you have like 4. And you put it on the tables, and that looks really cool. Like your setup was dope.
Yeah, you have to grab their attention. And I was always upset every time I was next to someone that had like some cutesy shit or something like that you wouldn't want to like go look at, you know, and it's like blocking my shit. So now I have the high ups, and the corner table helps too. So
yeah, let me see if I could hunt down a picture of that setup. But talk a little bit about the convention, because you do things differently than many indie creators, because C2E2 is huge. They have rows and rows of Artist Alley, from professionals to very indie to more cutesy stuff, as you know, stuff like that. Yeah. What was your like thought process? Because you don't get an Artist Alley table. You get a what would you call it? Industry vendor space? Yeah.
It's a small press table.
Okay.
So I got a small press table. It's like 2 slots down from Artist Alley, but I was in a pretty good location. I was 2 slots the other way last year. So like I feel like my placement was a lot better. I really want that next one over. I want that in between that Artist Alley corner. Like that. I need that. They need to give that to me.
Do you have any say in that, or you just like kind of get what you get? Because
you just gotta like beg and then eventually they give in, you know, like, or they have to just like realize your shit is superior, you know. So like for San Diego Comic-Con, you have to send in your stuff every year in small press. So you have to send in your stuff of something that's copyrighted this year or the year prior. And every year I'm like, please, like, give me a corner table. Now I finally got one because it's the same price. They just choose who's the corners. So like, hopefully, you know, C2E2 puts me there next year and I'll be smoking it. But we did really well. It was like one of like my better cons like ever. Like if it was like one more day, it would have competed what I do at like New York Comic-Con.
That's crazy. So when you do something like New York Comic-Con, I just found a video of you and your table. I'm going to throw it up here in the background. When you do New York, do you also do the small press table? Like every con you try to do that?
Yeah. So it's wherever I can get in. But small press is pay to play, you know? Like once you're in there, whoa, who's that stud?
Yeah, look at this. So he's got his table, book set up. You have a bunch of books as well on different covers. And you got your backdrop as well as a banner. And then those like shelvings at the top, which is cool because it gets those books eye level with people, which I dig that. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I like the corner setup. And then like, of course it's more money, but it's worth it. And then, I have a similar setup for New York Comic-Con. And of course it's a little bigger, but I'm right next to Marvel on the main floor. Like I'm like the next aisle over. So I'm in a pretty good spot, and I have the same spot this year. And,
very cool. That's cool. Do you fly with all that stuff, or how do you get that out to shows?
So C2E2, I drove 12.5 hours there and back. So Sunday I left and got back Monday morning right after the show. I don't recommend that. I wish I slept, honestly. I actually really regretted it because I was in the car for 14 hours. But it was worth it, you know. I drive at least that stuff. San Diego, I ship it there, and everything else I either bring it in luggage or, bring it in the car.
Yeah,
that's
and I'm crazy. I'll put like 100 pounds in one luggage, and I'll do 45 pounds in my backpack, and then just like bring some other shit.
And just carry it on, or what?
Yeah, fuck yeah. They're not saying anything, especially when you're not struggling holding that shit.
Right.
You know? So then like they're like, and I have my secrets, you know, but they usually don't care, you know, and then I just put it in my shit right away. I got like the special United card where I get to like board first. So
yeah, let's hope they don't do the cavity search though, is what I'm saying.
Well,
yeah.
Well, how many shell beans could you possibly bring?
You really can't roll up my comic book, you know. You see it's really thick. You know?
Yeah, this is thick.
Yeah, I heard that it basically, like, if you could carry it on the plane yourself, they don't give you a hard time about it. Like if you're doing it in carry-on, because we'll have like bunch of prints and stuff in our bags, and they're like 100 pounds or whatever.
Yeah,
as long as you could carry it on yourself, it's not a big deal.
I'll do like probably. I have a pretty big bag. I could fit like, I don't know.
It's a
30
lot,
to
and it's all
60
paper,
books
so it's
in
super
the
heavy. But yeah, that's
bag.
the way to do it for sure.
Yeah,
whatever it takes. San Diego, I'm gonna have to ship a lot of shit over just because like the trades are just so heavy, and now since I have a corner table, I need a lot more shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy because like as the years go by, our catalogs grow, and then we're going to cons, and you want those new people to have those first books as well as the new ones. So yeah, everything's just going to keep getting heavier and heavier, and less space at your tables and stuff. So getting a corner booth is going to be the next step, I think, you know, for a lot of people as their catalogs grow.
Yeah, and I only keep like the trade, like only at like near Comic-Con or San Diego, I bring the other back issues. But like whatever's in my trade, I try not to carry anymore because I'm just building my catalog. So it's just like buy the new shit with my trade. You know, I want to build up to, by the end of 2026, I should have at least 3 trades on my table. So hopefully, actually four. So and that's a lot. And a lot of people just want the trades because they're afraid they'll never get that single issue again, because in the comic industry, everyone comes and goes or tries it for a year or two and then gives up. So I see who already at these conventions already come and go, you know? So it's just like, I see the guys that are standing, you know, but just got to keep pushing.
So as a guy that's going to a bunch of cons now, how do you kind of pick and choose which cons you're doing? And from like year to year, are you switching it up to try to test the waters, or what's your mindset on what the cons you're going to?
This year I was stacking them. I'm just doing everything. Like April, I did DC, which was awesome con. I did that the year prior. I did C2E2 the year prior, and then I have Super Jersey. I've never done that one. That's next week. And then last month too, I had WonderCon. But WonderCon and C2E2 are the same, and I'm going to go to C2E2 because I did, like I said, I did really well. And then WonderCon happens to be the same. That sucks. I liked WonderCon, but I guess it's just like what's the most cost effective. Like I always go into profit, but like now it's like how much do I profit versus like do I really need to go stay at a hotel or something, or could I just, you know, invest it into something else that will make more money?
Yeah, and like New York is not that far of a drive for you, right? So you could
I'm there back every day.
Yeah. So you just go. That's great. That's like us.
I'm like 30 minutes from the Javits Center.
Yeah, that's basically the same as us from C2E2. So like those are the best cons because you don't have to sink, you know, money.
Even if a con's 3 hours away, I drive back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because it's like, you know, the extra 200 is an extra 200, the extra 300.
Right.
You know, I don't want to stay in a shack, you know, then I get killed.
You need a motel $6 a night.
Yeah, and then I'd be dead. You know what I mean? They'll eat me up or something. Well, I don't have the graciousness of being, you know, 7 feet tall like you guys. You know? So I
gotta sneak into your room at night.
Yeah, dude, like an elf or something. Fuck, bro. You know, like you gotta watch out for those predators out there.
Let's pull this up. You got this is the new one, right?
Yeah. So Project Naosis is episode 6. We are 5 backers away from it being the most back project we ever had. We have 24 hours left. You know, all these books I fund prior, so I'm grateful enough that I fund them all because of the conventions that I do and, you know, the amount we sell there. So like everything's already done. So it's just like July we ship them out, and I'm gonna have these for San Diego Comic-Con. So it's like, you know, you're backing something you're gonna get. Like you said earlier, I was on the show a couple months ago because I had a book and I already fulfilled it.
Yep.
Now we're on the second one, and then I have 2 more at least this year, but they're not. We didn't start, like last time I was on the show, I said I was in production for this. I did not start the next one yet with production. I'm working on some other things. So, this is the one to get. No waiting out. You're getting the origin of our main supervillain, Crimson Pain. He kills 90 million people in the first issue, and now you're going to find out why he's such a piece of shit. And and this is the book, like everyone's been wanting this, and like certain people, been with us since 2020 when we did a book a year, so now it's like let's get to the juice of why this guy's an animal, and we'll see. It's pretty intense. Did you look through the book at all, the Project Naosis Volume 1?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely reminds me of like a brutal superhero story, like something like Invincible. And I would imagine that is helping sales because that is so popular right now with the cartoon and them doing the Battle Beast spinoff. I went through and saw the photos that you were taking of people that were buying your comic. A lot of them too, I recognize guys, they picked up our books as well at C2E2, which was really cool to see. But also there was a few like teenagers that were grabbing your stuff as well, which is awesome to see. That's the goal for a lot of indie creators, is to get that new or younger generation back into comics and picking up indie stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's just everyone in general, because like you look at the lay of the land, like you can, there's no one under 35 doing this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so like, and then everyone else, and then after that, the couple guys that are 35 years old, everyone else is like 45 plus that are in
with the creators. I mean, also the readers too, like at conventions. And I mean, look at our chat. They're all like 42-year-old males. Shout outs to Shani out there. But yeah, so like that, I mean, seeing that younger generation pick up this stuff is awesome.
Yeah, like you got to get in there, So like I'm like, I'm pushing the pace. I definitely try to sell to everyone. You look at like some of the pictures I upload. It's like it's every demographic, every age, and it's just like it's the pitch, right? I have 15 seconds. I tell them exactly what it is. They either buy or don't buy, and like at C2E2, I would say 90% of every person I pitch bought, but like it's not always like that. Like sometimes it's different. Like even like I'll like it's just about doing the grind, because like you'll see it was like hundreds of people I uploaded from C2E2 bought my books, but you don't see the 3 hours of no one buying nothing at my table and me just eating shit for 3 hours. But I'm
sure.
But then on hour 4, I'm still doing the same reps, right? And then a lot of people come back. I would say like 25% of the people that usually that walk away come back. Usually it was like 0. And it's like, it's also good, like when people already know your stuff. Like I had a couple people that already bought last year and they come back this year, or, someone bought on Friday and they bought the rest on Sunday because I forced them to buy something. And I was like, just trust me. I was like, just read the single issue. And usually people come back, and like it correlated even from this event. Like I handed out 1,000 flyers. I had like 2 sales from Chicago on my website already. So it was just like, and I had a couple of Kickstarter. So it's just like, it's just about pushing the pace,
Yeah, definitely. And C2E2, since we do it every year, it's something noticeable where we see those people from last year coming back to buy the new stuff or get more prints or books from us.
I saw some people like legitimately just talking bad about mainstream comics in general this year, which is
at the convention.
Like people standing in front of the table, like looking through our stuff and being like, "Man, DC's really dropping the ball on this," and I'm happy to see that there's people doing some cool stuff and like pushing boundaries instead of just like working with a formula and things. So I think that's getting out there more.
The A and B section was like Ryan Otley and all those guys, and they kill it though. They kill it. Like
that's where there's lines, hour-long lines for these guys to get stuff signed.
Yeah, someone told me he waited 3 hours, and I just go up to them and cut the line and be like, "Give me this." So like I got a couple things signed. No, actually for this convention, the only thing I got Ryan Stegman. He did King of Black. King of Black's really good. If you know. Yeah, and he's I got the volume 2 signed by him because I got the volume 1
I talked to him
last year.
He did a super cool creator-owned book with Donnie Cates called Vanish.
Fantastic.
I had him sign both of those trades. That was really cool.
Did you like Vanish? Did you read it?
Yeah, I was reading it as it was coming out. It was fun. I wish they would do more, but I don't think they're going to at all.
And they probably never hear that either, like on how much like people like liked it. I was like sad that it actually wasn't continuing because I was buying it. I was like, why is there not more? Probably.
Yeah, and then after Stegman got off the book, like as artist, they had V. Ken Marion was on there, and then Nathan DIAZ, which that was some of his first stuff he was doing. I remember, and now he's like
now on X-Men.
Yeah, he's kicking butt. Yeah, that was a really cool series. But that's too bad. Yeah, he was cool to chat with. But part of me is like, because we and you don't do the Artist Alley section at C2E2, and part of me is like, what would it be comparatively if we were in Artist Alley compared to where we are away from Artist Alley? Sales wise. And to see the pros and cons of that, it's interesting.
I think for me at least, it would be almost similar. That's why I just want to get the next slot over and have that corner.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice to spend $400 instead of $1,500.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because like I said, I did really good, but man, dude, cutting out $900 would be fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
so, but I'm definitely gonna be there. I ain't complaining. Read Pop. I do New York Comic Con with them and C2E2, and they treat me really nice. So I'll probably end up. I want to do their Florida show. I'm probably gonna end up trying to do that. It's like Super Florida or something. Maybe not this year, but the year after. And to piggyback back on that, it's like, yeah, I'm looking. Like if I'm not hitting over like a convention, if I'm not hitting over like 2,500 for the weekend, I kind of don't. I want to go find one that I can. So there's certain conventions that I'm looking at that I'm allowed to go to, but it's like if they don't invite me, like it's like maybe I'll just put my money elsewhere because I had to turn down a convention that wanted me to go. It's just because it's just like spending an extra $2,000. I don't know if like how much I'm gonna make there. So
and you're talking straight legitimate retail sales, right? You're not taking like commissions at super high rates or anything like that, right? You're just straight retail sales.
Yeah. And he doesn't even have prints or anything else.
Yeah, that's
no. I don't draw, and I stand the whole time, and I maybe at Awesome Con I didn't pee once. You know what I mean? I just kept going.
That's weird.
Everybody.
Yeah,
and, you got to get that checked out. I think
you might have some kidney failure.
No. You gotta just get ready, man. And that's why like it works. I really just try to like go as hard as I can and try to meet as many people as I can to sell as many products as possible. I honestly like I was so close to like selling everything I had, and I brought a lot of extra, like thinking oh yeah, leave it in the fucking car. Like, you know what I mean? Like just being optimistic. Like but I just try to sell the books, like just push. But a lot of people bought the trades, and the trades I sell for $40, so
that's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. Super cool. We're going to Heroes Con next in June. Awesome. Yeah, it seems like it's going to be a party. It's like a lot of people are going to that. And was this your first time going to Heroes?
Yeah, I met the team at Terrificon. I was talking to them about it, and then it worked out. Like I'm ready to go. And I've never been down there, so I'm really excited to go down there and check out the city. It's good to look at different things. Like every state is kind of like a different country. I always like walking around. It really like, because we usually just use our influences, right? Like I put California in my books, or like I leveled New York in the first book. I was reading your book. It's in Chicago, So, like it's good to like also see other things. So we always include it, and then we can include like cool, even more cooler shit. And I did read some of your book. I liked it a lot. Honestly.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
It's a good quality. The books feel really good too, which is like what I hate. I hate getting a book and they charge me $25 and it's just like the texture is not even nice.
It's same with yours. Yours has is this uncoated? The cover on this?
I think it's coated and matte finish.
Matte. That's
what I think. Like first layer gloss.
Matte finish is good. I mean, personally, I don't like the glossy stuff because the glossy, for some reason, it makes me think of like mainstream and mass produced.
Yeah, it looks really mass produced.
Well, the first 1,000 I did of the trade paperback, I did it all gloss, and then when I did matte, I was like, "Fuck, I should have did matte."
It's a really good texture.
Yeah, it looks pro.
Yeah,
It looks finished.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah, I would say the same with yours though. Your character designs are good. Like I really don't like too many indie books, you know.
Yeah.
So like I was excited. I'm excited to read the third book, but I was going through the black and white one today. I read like the first 3 stories.
Yeah, that stuff is so fun, and I'm doing more like writing for book 4, and just getting this stuff out is such a cool feeling, and seeing it in people's hands. And then cons is a part of that. I feel like it's crazy because for so long we didn't go to cons, and it's awesome to get back into it. You know, I think meeting everybody and getting that wider audience, so that when you go next year, they'll come asking for more things. And you're kicking butt at it, doing all these cons. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm trying. Like San Diego, I'm really excited for. That's my big breadwinner, and we're gonna do 2 Steamboat Willie covers exclusive for that. You know, I think I'm gonna do 100 or 200. I did one before, and now I'm switching the color and doing it for another book, and then we're having a brand new one made for episode 5. Because it was like, you know, we said something similar. I was like, you know, one of my newer stuff, you know, I like other people seeing our newer stuff too, so I try to make it like new reader friendly for the newer issues. So for these exclusive covers, it'll be episodes 4 and 5, which is the beginning of volume 2, which is like a good jumping on point, because some people will just get it just because Steamboat Willie's on it, but when they read it, they're gonna be like, oh fuck, like I'll buy the rest now, you know. So like that's like the intent of like doing that cover, or some people just buy it up.
Yeah,
Betty Boop is public domain next year, so
Betty Boop, that's big.
Go into that for your alternate covers.
And yeah, there's not too many characters. Like I guess like the only one I would really want to play with next would be like an actual superhero, like a Superman or a Batman type thing, to like put on a cover at least to just rip him in half.
Yeah, you got a few years for those, I think.
Yeah, I
think it's 35.
I think the Shadow's next year too. Betty Boop, the Shadow. Popeye just went in. Yeah. That would be cool. I was just because we were talking about Marvel's swimsuit thing. That would, public domain swimsuit book, pinup book would be funny, or calendar. That would be cool.
Popeye Naosis too.
Yeah.
Is Popeye public domain?
This year. Yeah, he won the public domain.
Yeah.
Wow.
Popeye would be dope. That I mean,
yeah, with like if you've seen it, he has like the shit. I'll see if I can send you the one of the pictures. It's just funny to like see like and just like see how it works.
They Massive Publishing is doing a Popeye series, and the covers for that are really cool. But it's like
all anime-esque.
Yeah, you know? And it's like Dragon Ball, Popeye. It seems like even the action in the book. I haven't read any of it, but from what I've seen, it's crazy. Olive Oil. She might already be in public domain. I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that.
And then
it would be like those launch characters.
Yeah,
it's good to just do different covers just for the the fun of it. You know, I like at least because I say there's no multiverse or do-overs in my thing, so I have like a fine line of like what I'm allowed to do, and the covers are the way to do it. I sent you 2 on the thing, at least just the sketches of it.
Yeah, you want me to show these? This looks
yeah,
fun.
Show them. They're cool.
Let's see,
and then I'll talk about the Kickstarter. But it's our 10th. You know, we're 4 backers away from being our most backed, and then if we hit 4,500, it's the most money I've ever got. Yeah, look at this crazy fucker, Steamboat Willie.
The guns, man.
Yeah, here's the guns. Like I wanted that Rocky Raccoon type thing. Like
definitely.
You know, that was the vibe I was going for. And Samuel, my artist, he's insanity. So like, you know, we really hit it off. And then if you look
What's
at the
so
next
funny
one,
about this is like the people who don't know that Steamboat Willie is public domain are like, how the fuck do you get Disney? Dude?
Right.
Like, you look so big having Mickey effectively on your cover, and it just makes you so big to the normies.
Look at this one.
look at that.
It's already colored. That one's dope.
Yeah, this one's colored. We did a blue cover for episode 1. We did 100 pieces, and then sold in like a week. And then like so I think like we'll do 100 of this one, but put it for episode 4, and then the new one's for episode 5, and then we'll see how those guys do. You know, but it's a lot of fun. You know, I would, if I had like infinity money, like I would definitely make a Steamboat Willie book like this with like the way I draw the guns and shit.
Yeah,
but I'd rather invest it into Project Naosis.
That is cool.
Because that's the thing too of like I feel like why I do successful at conventions is because I'm just stacking one book. You know, like it's not like, hey, this is my vampire book, this is my cowboy book, this is my superhero book. It's like, no, this is all the same thing. Just buy one and then you can buy the rest later.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's what especially the new generation of manga readers are into, because they want that full story, which is, I think that's important to them. And like you're saying, going to cons, having that one thing they could catch up on everything is good.
Yeah, definitely. That people really like that long storyline now. They're so used to it too.
That's good. Well, let's talk about the newest installment, and everybody, the link is in the chat. It is in the description as well. Let's sell some
4 backers away from being our most backed, and like $300 away from being the most we've ever raised. So, we got another one. So 4 backers away. We have the number, and you're gonna get a book. This is new reader friendly. You're finding the origin of our main supervillain, so you can grab episode 6. I try to make every story have a beginning, middle, and end, because I hate that shit when it's like too much not fulfilled. Like, you have to fulfill, like, I think, in my opinion, like 80% of everything in each book. At least that's what I'm doing with this series. Just because there's so much gap in between. It's like, I was on here in December, but like 4 months is still 4 months. Our attention span's small.
Yeah,
and that's interior pages.
Cliffhangers are hard to get around when it's crowdfunding, because of that time. So I agree. Like, having that complete story in these books is important.
Yeah, no multiverse or do-overs. It's super action packed. I try to make it like, even the intro, you like get the vibe of like what's going on, but from page like 14 on, you're getting this origin story, and it goes on. If you want to grab more, you can grab more. Everything single issues are $10, digital $6. If you want everything digital, it's $25. You get 200 pages of content, or if you want the 200 pages of content physical, it's $60. My trades always retail for $50, but on my website we do like a deal for $40, and at conventions. But you're getting a sick deal, and it's crazy. It's gonna be the craziest shit. Like every issue, I try to amp it up, and like you can see he's drawing like some image and blood. Like, the guy's losing his mind. This is what breaks this character to make my villain. And I'm really excited. And I also put on, if you see on the left side, it says spoiler pages.
Let me see here.
If you look on the left, I think you can click it from the left side. Is there like little tabs? Yeah. And then go to pages from the last issue spoiler, because I included that for people to just be like, look at this. This was the last issue. Same team, same writer, same art team. This is on page 14. So you could just scroll down and see. This is like 3 of my heroes fighting this supervillain, Crimson Pain, and you're seeing like what's in the book. And like I said, this is like page 12 or 14, and this was a 28-page book.
Yeah.
And it's this is just one of the 5 fight scenes that are in the book, and still with a driving story. I don't know how I get it done, but I do. And
I like the you could see like the character change and progression of him, and how his suit's different. He looks beefier here as well. And then now with this new book, you're going to see kind of what happens to make him like that. It's good to see. It's dope.
Yeah. Crazy fatalities. If you don't see a fatality, assume they're alive. So maybe that guy's alive. Who knows? We find out in this issue. But I wanted to include that just so people could see, because there was 8 more pages after that. This was episode 5. And I thought it was my best work, and I think episode 6 tops that. I'm writing 7 over and over again, just because I'm just like, how do I top? Because this is insanity, So it's like you just got to just keep trying to top it, so it doesn't get boring. But yeah, join us. You're guaranteed getting this book. Who doesn't have $6, and then who doesn't have $10?
That's true.
$10 will get you.
I have $10. Well, I have $6 in my wallet.
Yeah, I don't know if you have $10. Scrape $10 together right now.
I'll find it. But yeah, guys, go out here, grab it. You got 24 hours left to back this. Perfect time to have you on stream, which is awesome. And tell your friends about it. Tweet it out. Paul's always putting out new projects in this universe. So there's a lot of stuff already to read here. And, he's going to keep putting it out, because we just had him on like 3 months ago talking about his previous issue. So you said this is ready to roll. It's basically going to come out in July.
Yeah, 100% coming out in July. And you get all the other issues with it too. That if you want to order, and yeah, July, hopefully the first week. The only thing I have to put on is the lettering. So like once we letter everything, it gets size. My letter also sizes everything, so it's ready for production once everything is lettered. And awesome. 200 pages of story or 276 if you want to go crazy. You know what I mean? We got a lot of content, and we're building more. I'm going for 30 issues, but right now, we're really striving just to build this brand up. Really at like that 10K mark, we're like pure profiting, but where I'm at now is good. We're on the grind.
Hell yeah.
Did he give you a hard time for calling your comic books episode 5, episode 6, like they do for us with Magic Cop?
Yeah, I know some comic readers hate that they're called episodes. They're like, it's not a.
I do it because it's a season, and the season ends on 7, and I just did it in a different aspect of like just trying to stand out,
Sure.
And I'd rather someone complain about it. That means they're talking about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good outlook on that. So go grab this, guys. It's kick-ass, and there's a lot of content here. Definitely follow Paul on Kickstarter and on social media as well. It's going to be sweet. And we're going to wrap things up here, but we have a couple things to get to before we do. Last time you were on, were you here for a Ask Louie, Paul? Do you remember that?
I'm not too sure.
Okay. Well, every week it might have been a week where we didn't ask Louie, but we had our buddy Louie. We asked him a question this week.
Okay.
It was, what is Louie's dream job? And people voted in the chat. All right.
Oh, the homeless dude?
He has a home. He's got a home.
Is that what we're talking about? You asked the homeless dude?
Louis.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember. It's coming back to me. Sorry,
he's our boy. Yeah. So I'm going to end the poll here. Everybody, make sure we have 50 votes in the chat. Thank you guys for voting.
I voted.
We asked him what his dream job would be, and let's see. Let's just get in the answer here. Let's see what his dream job is.
Hey! Jeff! What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? What's up? I got a question for you. I got a question. What's your dream job?
The job?
Yeah, you could do any job in the world. What job would you want to do?
Dishwasher job.
Huh?
Dishwasher.
Dishwasher?
Yeah.
Washing dishes?
Yeah, washing dishes.
That's what you want to do?
Yep.
All right, buddy.
That's my favorite.
That's your dream.
Wow.
Didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Dishwasher. Got the lowest amount of votes. 10% of the votes out of 50 votes. So
he seemed really genuinely happy about it too.
Yeah. That's a dream job. Someone's got to do it, right?
Yeah, I guess somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it now. You have to do it. Everyone should be a dishwasher.
That's right.
With all those tariffs, dude, we're all going to be dishwashers.
Yeah, so there you go. And then we were doing a giveaway today.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
We did a special giveaway. Let's see how many people. 21 people entered. So here is, I'm going to show you guys the little close up. This is being sent out. This is the special Easter egg shell bean, 3D printed, hand painted. This is going out with a special box of Easter candy. And I know, man, we got some Big League Chew in there. We got Warhead spray, some Sour Patch stuff. So if you have not typed egg in the chats, in all caps, type egg to be entered. And whoever wins, we're going to do it right now. Whoever wins will get that package. So let's see here. Let me share this. We have 24 now. 25.
Yeah, one
more
last
people.
minute entry.
I'm about to fucking win.
Look at that. He wants it.
I want it.
Awesome.
Oh, and just so you know, too, I upload what comic books I get.
Yes.
And the one I uploaded with your books in it, it's been 2 hours, but we already have 1,400 views on that.
Hell yeah.
Short.
Is that a YouTube short?
Shout out. Yeah, shout out real quick for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
26.
26. All right.
Let's go.
I think that's everybody. We're going to do a drum roll here. And everybody could watch it happen live. There's no rigging, so do not say that this is rigged. A little drum roll. Here we go. Let's see who gets it. Camara, Henry B, Citizen Ronan. Oh my goodness, Citizen Ronan! How he
did it! Big money, stop!
Oh my god,
there.
He got it. He knew it was him.
No whammy.
Citizen Ronan owns a Shell Bean, and he has the human painted. He painted it himself.
Okay,
he did the beautiful.
And he has a barrel, I think, right?
He probably has a barrel.
I think he won a barrel.
Amazing
Dude,
chatter. Congrats, Citizen Ronan.
We're all lucky this guy isn't playing the lottery.
Yeah. Try playing the lottery there, Citizen Ronan. There you go. Big giveaway. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Good Friday.
No barrel, he says.
Well, you got the beautiful hand-painted Easter Shell Bean. Everybody have a great weekend. Paul, thanks for coming on and talking about everything, man.
I appreciate it. Like I said, I went to the booth and I started knocking shit over. I was about to fucking break that Godzilla if you didn't come by. Your bro tells me, he goes, he's in the bathroom. I'm like, bro, he saw me pacing back and forth. I was like, dude, I gotta fucking eat something, you know?
Yeah, he was hangry. Paul gets
I started
hangry.
biting the book, dude. I was like, dude, it looks so good. And then I calmed down, you know?
Yes, yeah. I'm glad we got to connect there, and we'll see you at Heroes Con as well. Hope a bunch of people come out from the chat too if you're in the area.
Yeah,
Charlotte
only
area.
9 hours straight this time, so I think I'll live and try not to die on the way there.
Good.
So.
Yeah, it'll be less hangry on the way over there.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Have a great Easter. I probably Bancroft streaming. We'll send you over there if he is. And the Gutter is on tonight as well on the Gutter channel and the Lord Crackhead channel. Go say hi to Aldous and JP. They're talking about comics every Friday night. And we'll catch you on Monday. We'll see you guys. Bye, everybody.
See you.
And after it's all said and done, you're gonna be taking splinters out of your fat asses all night long because you got some fat asses. The only chance you have no chance, but you had a chance, is if you can run lickety split. Because you can't run because you got some fat asses. And after it's done, we're gonna have a tailgate party for all my freaks out there in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nichols Dexter and Nichols' sister Dee Dee. Oh boy, wonder what they're gonna get into today. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. We messed up. Back to the lab again. Not again. Back to the lab again. Uh-oh, Dexter's in the lab again. Making up anything he's imagining. There goes Dee Dee, his sister. He always argues with her. She thinks she knows it all because she's older and she's bigger. Whatever Dexter wants, he just...
Final question. There's one thing you could change about the industry. What would it be?
One thing I'd change about the industry.
Leading question.
It's just stop sticking your nose in what other people are doing and get on with your own work. Do you know what I mean? Just stick your nose out of people's business, and tell them what they should be fucking doing and not doing, and do your own shit. You should be, you've got to be creative. You should be getting on with your own deal,